In the quiet corners of the world, a spectacle of nature unfolds. It is a performance of light, color, and form. The star of this display is a bird known to almost everyone on the planet. The Indian peafowl, or as it is more commonly known, the peacock. For centuries, this creature has captured our imagination. It has been a symbol of royalty, a subject of myths, and an icon of breathtaking beauty. Its image is found in ancient art and modern design. We see it as a living jewel, a walking masterpiece of natural artistry. But beneath this familiar surface of stunning beauty lies a story of incredible complexity. It is a story written in the language of science, waiting to be read. This is a story that goes far beyond what our eyes first perceive. The peacock is more than just its magnificent train of feathers. It is a product of millions of years of evolution. It is a survivor, a master of its environment. The vibrant colors that dazzle us are not just for show. They are the result of intricate physics, a dance of light at a microscopic level. The famous display, the fanning of the tail, is a carefully choreographed act of communication. It is a message shaped by the pressures of survival and the drive to reproduce. In this journey, we will look past the initial wonder and delve into the mechanics of this extraordinary bird. We will explore the science that makes a peacock. Our exploration will be guided by three distinct themes. First, we will investigate the peacock's remarkable adaptability. We will journey back in time to understand its origins. We will see how it has thrived in diverse habitats, from dense forests to the edges of human settlements. This is a tale of resilience, of a species that has successfully navigated a changing world. We will look at the evidence, from ancient fossils to modern ecological studies, to understand how this bird has managed to persist and flourish. This adaptability is the very foundation upon which its more famous characteristics are built. It is the story of a true survivor in the grand theater of life. Following this, we will turn our attention to the peacock's famous physical characteristics. This is where we will dissect the beauty itself. We will examine the intricate structure of its feathers, the anatomy that supports its famous train, and the reason for those mesmerizing eye spots. But we will not stop at simple descriptions. We will use the tools of modern science, including powerful microscopes and detailed anatomical studies, to reveal the secrets held within. This is where we will uncover the physics of light and the chemistry of pigments. We will see how these elements combine to create one of nature's most impressive visual displays. Our final theme will focus on what we can call the peacock's equipment. This refers to the systems that power its movement, its displays, and its very existence. A peacock is a living machine. We will explore the engineering behind it. How does it manage to fly even with such a long and seemingly cumbersome train? What are the biomechanics of its famous courtship dance? We will examine the forces of physics at play. Aerodynamics, the raw power of its muscles. We will look at the energy required to maintain and operate this elaborate equipment. Throughout this documentary, our approach will be calm and careful observation. We are here not just to admire, but to understand. Our narrative will be guided by data, measurements, the scientific method. We will draw upon a wide range of sources to build our story. Expect evidence from historical archives, a glimpse into how our understanding has evolved, mathematics to describe patterns and proportions, physics to explain color, physics to explain movement. This is a data-first journey into natural history. We will visualize this science in action. Animations, graphical overlays, charts, a visual exploration of the science itself. See the numbers, understand the physics, appreciate the intricate biological machinery often hidden from plain sight. Our goal, a serene, deeply informative experience. Join us on this scientific journey. Peel back layers of myth and assumption. Reveal the peacock in a new light. See the bird not just as a symbol of beauty, but as a marvel of evolutionary engineering. Explore adaptability. Explore physical makeup. Explore the sophisticated equipment it uses to navigate its world. The story of the peacock through the lens of science, survival, physics, natural artistry. Let us begin our quiet investigation into one of nature's most celebrated creations. To truly understand the peacock, we must first travel back in time. We must journey deep into the evolutionary history of life on Earth. The Indian peafowl, Pavo cristatus, is not a recent creation of nature. It belongs to a very old and distinguished family of birds, the Phasianidae. Pheasants, partridges, chickens. These are primarily ground-dwelling birds, known for their powerful legs and often spectacular plumage. The peacock is arguably the most famous member of this ancient clan. Its story is deeply rooted in the broader story of avian evolution, a narrative that stretches back millions of years. The science of phylogenetics helps us map this family tree. By comparing the DNA of different species, scientists can reconstruct their evolutionary relationships. This genetic data acts like a molecular clock, allowing us to estimate when different lineages diverged. Studies show that the ancestors of peafowl split from their closest pheasant relatives a very long time ago. This separation occurred during the Miocene epoch, a period of immense geological and climatic change that reshaped ecosystems across the globe. This early divergence gave the peafowl lineage ample time to develop its unique set of characteristics, setting it on a distinct evolutionary path that would eventually lead to the magnificent creature we see today. The genus, Pavo, Indian peafowl, green peafowl. Fossil evidence, though scarce, provides tantalizing clues about the ancestors of modern peacocks. Fossilized bones found in various parts of Europe. Fossilized bones found in various parts of Asia. These ancient relatives would have faced different environmental pressures and competitors. Studying these fossils helps us understand the foundational anatomy and ecological niche from which the modern peacock evolved. They are whispers from a distant past, telling us that the peacock's story is one of endurance and long-term survival. This deep history is the bedrock of the peacock's adaptability. Its lineage has weathered ice ages, navigated shifting continents. The genetic toolkit the peacock carries today was assembled over an immense timescale. It contains the inherited wisdom of generations of survivors. To appreciate the bird's ability to thrive in a modern Indian forest or a British park, we must first acknowledge its ancient origins. The peacock is not just a bird of today, it is a living link to a much older world, a testament to the resilience of its evolutionary line. A crucial component of any animal's adaptability is its diet. The peacock, however, is a classic example of an omnivorous generalist. Its diet is incredibly broad and flexible, shifting with the seasons and the availability of different food sources. This dietary plasticity is a cornerstone of its resilience. In its natural forest habitat, it forages on the ground for a wide variety of items. It consumes seeds, grains, berries, tender shoots. But the peacock's menu does not end there. It is also an avid and effective predator of small creatures. It readily eats grasshoppers, termites, and is even known to hunt larger prey like lizards and young cobras. This snake-eating prowess has earned them a revered status in Indian folklore. This dietary flexibility has been instrumental in the peacock's ability to colonize human-altered environments. In agricultural landscapes, they feed on rice and wheat. In suburban parks, they consume flower petals and leftover human food. Scientists study the peacock's diet using several methods. Analysis of fecal pellets provides direct evidence. Stable isotope analysis of feathers can reconstruct diet over longer periods. This quantitative approach confirms the peacock's status as a supreme dietary opportunist. No story of adaptation is complete without considering the constant pressure of predation. The peacock has evolved within ecosystems filled with formidable hunters, leopards, tigers. The peacock must be perpetually vigilant. The peacock's first line of defense is its keen senses. Peacocks are often the first animals in the forest to sound an alarm, acting as a forest sentinel. When a predator is detected, the bird may simply walk or run into dense undergrowth to hide. Peacocks are surprisingly fast runners. If the threat is immediate and close, the only option is to take to the air. Despite its long train, the peacock is capable of a powerful, near-vertical takeoff. This represents a classic evolutionary trade-off. The benefits of the train for attracting mates must outweigh the costs associated with increased predation risk. The relationship between peacocks and humans is ancient and complex. In India, the peacock holds a special place in the culture and religion. It is the national bird of India and is associated with several deities. This cultural reverence has afforded the species a unique level of protection. This protection has allowed the peacock to become remarkably bold. Unlike many other large birds, peacocks often live in close proximity to human settlements. However, this proximity is not without its challenges. As human populations expand, human-wildlife conflict can arise. Peacocks feeding on crops can cause economic damage. Furthermore, peacocks face novel threats, such as traffic collisions and poisoning from pesticides. Conservation efforts must therefore address this complex relationship, showing how cultural values and scientific management must work together to ensure a shared future. We now arrive at the peacock's most celebrated feature, its breathtaking appearance. But we will look at this beauty not as artists, but as scientists. The overall appearance is a combination of form, color, and pattern. The head is adorned with a crest. The neck and breast are cloaked in deep metallic blue. The most striking feature is commonly called the tail. It is not, however, the bird's actual tail. This magnificent structure is known to scientists as the train. The real tail feathers are much shorter and lie hidden beneath the train, providing support when the great fan is raised. A mature male can possess over 200 of these elongated train feathers. Each one ends in the iconic pattern known as an ocellus, or eye spot. The feathers are organized in a precise, overlapping pattern, forming a perfect semicircle of color and light that can span more than 2 meters across. This entire visual package is a signal directed primarily at the peahens. It is an honest advertisement because growing and maintaining such an extravagant ornament is incredibly costly. Only the fittest males can afford it. To truly understand where the peacock's color comes from, we must travel into a world far too small for our eyes to see. When we magnify a barbule, we do not find any blue or green pigment. Instead, we find an incredibly precise and ordered nanostructure made of melanin and keratin. These melanosomes are arranged in a highly regular crystal-like lattice. The size of these rods and the spacing between them are measured in nanometers. In the blue feathers, the spacing is around 140 nanometers. In the green parts, it is slightly wider, at 150 nanometers. In yellow areas, it expands to about 165 nanometers. It is this repeating, microscopic pattern that is the secret to the peacock's shimmering colors. This is not chemistry, it is physics. This explains why the colors are iridescent. As the viewing angle changes, the color that is reflected changes, giving the feathers their dynamic, liquid-like shimmer. This level of precision is an honest signal. Only a healthy male with good genes can execute this feat of microscopic engineering so perfectly across thousands of feathers. The beauty is a direct reflection of underlying biological quality. We now turn to the peacock as a living machine. A common question is a simple one. With such an enormous train, how can it possibly fly? Yet peacocks do fly. Their flight is not graceful, but it is powerful and functional, serving its primary purpose: rapid escapes from predators. The takeoff is a demonstration of pure power. It relies on incredibly strong leg muscles for the initial launch, followed by rapid, deep wing beats. Once airborne, the curved wing creates lift. The powerful downstroke provides thrust to overcome the force of drag. For the peacock, drag is a significant issue. However, recent wind tunnel studies have revealed a surprise. The disconnected hair-like barbs allow air to pass through. This porosity significantly reduces drag. The train behaves less like a solid plank and more like a porous net. Studies comparing flight performance before and after the annual molt found only minimal differences. The bird's powerful flight muscles are built to handle the load. The energetic cost of this equipment is enormous, broken down into production, maintenance, and advertisement. The courtship display is a highly active and controlled biomechanical performance designed to maximize impact on the peahen. The most captivating part is the train rattling. The male vibrates his fanned train at high frequency. He oscillates his tail feathers at about 26 Hz. This matches the natural resonant frequency of the train feathers, creating the biggest motion with minimal energy. The eye spots appear to float and dance against a glittering background, an illusion created by this finely tuned biomechanical action. The rattling also produces a low-frequency rumble. The peahen receives a visual spectacle, an auditory signal, and possibly a seismic one. The peacock's equipment is the product of a grand evolutionary trade-off, a balancing act between natural selection and sexual selection. Natural selection favors traits for survival, camouflage, agility, and economy. Sexual selection, driven by female choice, pushes in the opposite direction, favoring extravagance, costliness, and flamboyance. The male peacock is caught in the middle. His final form is a compromise, the point where the benefits of attracting a mate are just enough to outweigh the costs of reduced survival. This is a perfect example of signaling theory. For the system to be stable, the signal must be honest, which is ensured by its high cost. A weaker male simply cannot fake it. In synthesizing these three themes, adaptability, physical form, and equipment, a complete picture of the peacock emerges. It is not just a bird with beautiful feathers, it is an integrated system where each part is deeply interconnected. Its adaptability provides the resources to power its equipment. Its physical characteristics, the product of that equipment, serve as honest signals that drive its reproductive success. The peacock is a synthesis of these forces, a living embodiment of the intricate dance between survival, physics, and the relentless pursuit of beauty in the natural world. Throughout our exploration, we have been guided by scientific inquiry. We have seen how a single subject can be a gateway to a vast array of disciplines: phylogenetics, paleontology, ecology, mathematics, and physics. Science allows us to see the world not just with our eyes, but with the illuminating power of understanding. Rigorous, patient reason, revealing a beauty and complexity beyond imagination. As we conclude our calm and data-driven journey, we are left with a renewed appreciation for this iconic bird. It is a survivor, a physicist, an athlete, and a strategist. The reverence it has inspired in culture, combined with the knowledge we gain from science, provides a powerful foundation for its conservation. It is a living jewel that we have the privilege to study and the responsibility to protect. We hope this journey has brought you a new perspective on this familiar yet extraordinary creature, a marvel of evolutionary engineering. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel,